And so, hello, good afternoon. I know it's recorded, so maybe good morning to some. I am Raffinae Sanders. So, thank you so much for the opportunity to come before you today. I am very excited. So, hopefully, this will be an experiential space for you today. So, again, I'm Raffinae Sanders, founder and CEO of Inspire Brand Management, or Inspire, Encourage, Motivate LLC. I have 20 years in the experiential marketing industry, and I've owned my business for the last 10 years. I always like to start off like that. So let's get into it a little bit. I like things that are interactive. I am going to give you a little bit of story, fill some things up in the chat. Don't be afraid to talk back to me. But branding, marketing, supply, a little bit of the supply chain management, but you are your own walking brand. Okay. So I realize right now that my screen is probably going to jump around a little bit, and that is okay. And so I'm just going to be prepared to that. So the full name of my company is Inspire, Encourage, Motivate LLC. I named it that because we inspire our consumers to try something new. We encourage them to taste with an open mind and motivate them into a healthier lifestyle. I work primarily in the retail food space. So when you think of retail food, CPG goods, consumer product goods, think of things like, is everybody, well, we are assuming that we all live in Texas. So for those that live in Texas, has anyone ever heard of Central Market? And like, I love hearts, I love hands, I love all the things. But if anyone has ever heard of Central Market or HEB, maybe Whole Foods or Sprouts, I love that so much. Talk back to me in the chat. I am here for it. Hey, Miss Ebony on the screen. Come on, screen time. I am here for it, people. Show your shining faces if you can. I'm all about it. So, with that, my company, think about Costco and Sam's, and where you walk into a grocery store and you find someone that's like, hey, try this chips and salsa, try this new popcorn, try this new toothpaste or beauty bar or whatever, so on and so forth. That's what I do for a living. So who knew that it was a whole industry specifically around consumer product goods, creating brand awareness that can really be a driving force in a niche market, or really understanding your golf course as an entrepreneur. So one of the mottos that Inspire Brand Management is treat everybody like they're your grandma. So I don't know about y'all, but I love my grandma and my grandpa. They make me feel all warm and fuzzy. And what I knew very early on is there was a gap in my industry. And I think we've all seen it where there's somebody when you've walked in the store and they're on their phones, or maybe you're at a sporting event and that person isn't as kind, or they're slightly passive, like, okay, yeah, go try that. And they're literally, you can tell that they're distracted. Customer service matters, and small potatoes matter big. You're going to need that for later. So, with that, I knew that if we just put connection back in the industry, it would close a gap, but we would also be able to create another market with deep connection and networking that would really grow and increase our market share in the state of Texas. I have a 100% referral based business from Central Market. Been in business for 10 years, but I've been in direct partnership with Central Market of HEB for the last 8 years. That means I work with their corporate office, from their buyers, the people that make the decisions on what to put, select, um, or add to the shelves, as well as the people that are in their marketing departments, their supply chain management teams, advertising, as well as the distribution points, the people to get the items to the grocery store, if you will. So, with that 360 model, we understood if we took the time to build the relationship, again, relationship building is key no matter where we are. It applies to all of our industries. If I took the time to grow, nurture, and build a relationship, that I had an opportunity to be successful at my field. We're going to fast forward a little bit. I started in 2016 with Central Market and maybe had 1% market share. And what that means is when you walk into the grocery store, there was maybe one of me, and it was primarily dominated by a different business. 2025, we have 90% market share with Central Market, means we not only have been in business with them, we are preferred vendors. Not only do we come highly recommended from their buyers, their general managers, their supply chain management, their friends, and other brand co-owners and brands that have been either emerging or very well established. We also have repeat business, and HEB Central Market themselves are our client. So we also have the opportunity to private label our services, because everybody needs great people, to our clients. So we're not limited to grocery store events. Think anything in hospitality, think speaking, think oh, NIL is a big thing right now, and we just finished the what is it, March Madness. So those students have NIL deals. NIL deals turns into endorsements. Sometimes celebrity endorsements need what? Brand ambassadors or people to advertise for them. That's where we come into place. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been a client of ours. Hawthorne from Game of Thrones. All types of celebrity people. I love the faces. All types of celebrity people. When they create products, they have great ideas, but they need people to market them. All right. So now that we got a little bit of the gist of what I do, I own the demo company. And not only do I own the demo company, I also have been able to now come up with strategies for my clients to help them win at their target market. That's all nice, but let's go back. I am a native of Dallas, Texas, and also a alumni of Dallas College, and also alumni of UNT. I have a really fun story now that I've told you all of that. I actually want to tell you one more thing, and I'm going to give you some background because I have to do it this way. I have two amazing children. They're both boys. They're 24 and 14. I know. There's no way it is. I have a 24-year-old. I know, but that's, again, you got to take care of yourself because, again, small potatoes matter big. If there's anything that I want you to take away from this call besides branding and marketing, you are your own brand. And the word of the day is impossible. So if we're taking notes, write down impossible. When you break down impossible, it literally means I'm possible. And that's going to matter in the long run of this story. So I am also a graduate of Justin Ford Kimball High School, so DISD. I say all that because I came from Dallas. I came from Texas. I'm right here in our backyards. The fun fact about that is my company started with a team of me. Now we're a team of we. And we have the capacity to operate in 19 states across the US, but we have clients in 6 continents, literally, not figuratively. Clients spanning from Thailand, Australia, Guam, Puerto Rico, different parts of Africa, as well as there's a new brand. Oh, we just did our first deal with Amsterdam. We are so excited. Our Scotland business is like expanding. We have butter and cheeses from Welsh and oh my goodness, in the UK and Canada. And when I tell you, I was just a girl that had an idea that was able to stay true to my dream and who authentically I am, which is I do one thing well. I inspire. I create great authentic experiences and I drive it with brand awareness. And that's what turns into everything else. I said all that to say you may want to do multiple things, but if you do one thing well, that one thing will generate those other strands of incomes and business ideas. So I was a mother very early, and I love to say that because all of those great accolades, and then I'm going to tell you about a brand that I co-founded that is actually a CPG brand in the industry today that is tangible. So I've brought businesses from thought concepts all the way to the shelf, and then I've helped brands scale, so on and so forth. So I was a mom at 15. I was pregnant at 14 and had a baby at 15. And I say that because you can never judge a book by its cover. I believe that it's what's in between the pages. And when you start to read deep in those paragraphs and you go line by line, and that's when the story is told. Again, remember, you are your brand. People buy things from people that they like. It doesn't matter what the brand is. People buy things that people that they like. If you were engaging, if you were connecting, and people quit their jobs because they hate their coworkers and their management, the dollar doesn't matter. The experience will trump that, and so will the relationship. So Being a mother of a very young son at the age of 15, what I understood is African American women were first and second in teenage pregnancy in the state of Texas. In that time frame, we were having our babies the most, but not getting pregnant the most. Statistics are there. Read them at your own will. But what I knew with that information, that technically statistics would suggest that I would be least likely to graduate with a child that early on in my life. I would probably not go to college. I would more than likely not get a livable wage job, more minimum wage, minimally educated, and then my life would fall into a statistical category. I beg to differ. I have a very show you mentality, if you have not known, and the things behind me are run medals. I won't tilt my camera, but literally everything right here are run tags, and this way is nothing but medals. When I tell you I'm a go getter and anything is possible, because it is. So remember that as you think of your goals and dreams and what you want out of life, you're not too old, too short, too tall, too big, too skinny, whatever the thing is, you can, because impossible is just impossible when you break it down. And obstacles are opportunities to become successful. You just have to choose in this season. And so, being a young mother and married at the age of 17, a senior in high school, and had a whole stepchild at 17 in high school, not only did I graduate on time from high school in 2004, I started college December 2005. I had an associate's degree from Dallas College. It was Mountain View at the time. That campus in summer 2006. I graduated from the University of North Texas in 2.5 years with a 4-year degree in December 2007, all while taking my son to school with me, working a full 40-hour job and for a Fortune 500 company called Pfizer. Don't tell me what's not possible. And so I say that because everybody doesn't have a Cinderella story, but everything isn't just black and white. You can become whatever your heart desires. The question is, what are you willing to do to make your dream come true? The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. But what I understood is I was really good at cultivating relationships. After graduating from college, I was working in healthcare already. I switched to recruiting healthcare American mobile nurses, and then went to Baylor Scott and White to recruit their OR, day surgery, and PACU nurses, going up to C suites. I promise it's going to connect in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. When I got to a certain level of healthcare, recruiting C suites, Tenet Healthcare had just taken over, and it halted, it literally put a halt in the hiring space. And so I was sitting there driving 2.5 hours in city traffic, going from the north to the south, getting children to and fro later in life. And I realized I do not want to be stuck on the freeway 2.5 hours fighting traffic, time away from my children. I was already a brand ambassador, and I understood that there was a more lucrative space where I could reclaim time, effort, energy, and spend quality time with my family, but it required me to shift my mindset from being a brand ambassador to an independent contractor to starting a business. And that's important because someone asked me to talk about marketing and branding. Who do you want to be as your brand? As entrepreneurials, uh, people, um, personalities, and brands in this space, you are your brand first. Who do you want to be and who do you want to show up as? There is something that has to kick in inside of you no matter what that makes you not quit. What is your why? My why is for a number of reasons. I am the oldest of four siblings, so I wanted to show my siblings. So what? You had a baby. Merry Christmas. What's next? Life does not stop or halt or pause just because a situation, a circumstance, an obstacle, a tragedy happens. Life continues to move. Will you fold or will you continue to move with it? When given lemons, what are you going to make? For me, lemon tarts, lemon meringue pie, a lemon orchard. Y'all want lemonade? What you need? Lemon pepper chicken. Y'all like lemon pepper? Put it on your eggs. Okay? It's the experience is what I'm telling you. Again, with a great experience, a great personality, you are your walking brand. You have 15 to 20 seconds for someone to form an opinion about you, whether you're walking in your professor's room for the first time or they're sitting with you, they're watching your study habits, how you smile. Does anybody have a best friend? Why were you attracted to your best friend? It was something about them that sparked an interest in you, or vice versa, and that's how you've been long friends. Or maybe why did you leave the one friend that you don't have anymore? Why did you leave them behind? Again, follow me here. I'm going somewhere with this. I love the facial expressions, the ones that I can see. And so again, when we're thinking about marketing and being a business, it starts with yourself. I made a decision that I wanted to be a role model. I also made a decision that not only did I not want to be a statistic, not only was I not going to be a statistic, but I also got tired of asking for a seat at the table for opportunities and things that I wanted as I was climbing the corporate ladder. I made a decision that, and actually I prayed to be a resource. I said I didn't know how I was going to be one, but if I was able enough to not only stop asking for a seat at the table, but to create a table where now I can offer seats at the table, where I stopped asking for permission to be enough, permission to think big, permission to think outside of the box. For the people on the call or the people that are going to hear the recording, where you feel like you're being flooded with ideas, and I have so many things, but I want to do them all. There is a time and a season. You are not out of your mind just because you have multiple ideas. The thing is, what are we going to hone in this season and focus on that first? Again, I do one thing well. I'm also a runner. What is that? I'm creating an experience. Pre-COVID, I ran professionally, way over there in that corner. That is me in Hawaii running Spartan races, which is mud and 6 foot, 8 foot wall climbs and like obstacles. But what I understood is, why not? Like, what? So what? You had something happen in life. Okay. Are we going to let that define our entire story on who we become? Or will you step out and be big and be okay with being a big in the universe, and understand sometimes when you're big, big is not always welcomed, right? So as we are growing in our entrepreneurship journey, your ideas may scare your friends and family, but that's okay. Again, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. You have to make a decision at some point as you're building your brand. Not only have I ran professionally with Reebok, I'm a mom of 2 boys. I got a couple degrees back there. That's fun. I have Inspired Brand Management. I also own Trailblazer Fitness. You would think, right? That just goes along with the brand. Again, I created an experience. Notice I do one thing well, and your gifts will continue to make room. You just have to be clear on what your gift is. So as entrepreneurs, I don't want to challenge you, but I want to raise an awareness point. Are you operating in, I don't call them weaknesses, I call them non-talents. Are you operating in a non-talent where you're spending your time and you feel overexerted? Or are you focusing on your strengths? I decided to focus on my strengths while I'm building my business, while I had an opportunity to create or become a resource. But it's also, I started honing in on what my golf course was and is. And I'll tell you what that analogy means, bringing this full circle. Okay, we have the fitness piece, we have Inspired Brand Management, we have Trailblazer Fitness. The reason why I brought that up, when COVID happened, experiential, us being out in the world, I don't know about y'all, but mine shut down. On March 15th, 2000 is when my entire universe came to a screeching halt, because we could not be outside anymore. So what were we going to do? I can't speak for anybody, but I felt like I was in a fog, a cloud, a depression of something that I had never known, because I am just a little bit social, y'all. I don't know if you know this, but I'm an extroverted introvert. And so I love to people. Through the story, I created something also called Moms for Medals. Moms for Medals was, again, that experience. Moms for Medals was specifically driven for my teenage mom and young women, to assist them with creating resources, to mentor, to pour into them professionally and from a motherhood perspective. Not me mothering them, but just challenging them to level up in the space of motherhood as being a teen. We also have an anti-human trafficking nonprofit that we support. All of that came to a halt. In that moment, I said, hey, God, you said my gifts will make room. Which one? Which one will I be able to fall back on and be true to who I am, my most authentic self, operating in my talents, not my non-talents, A non-talent is when not only a weakness, but it's more of when you're forcing something, like it's something tedious, like you can be good at it, but that's not really where you shine. That may not be for you. Like you can do it, but in this season, we get to learn how to say no. If you focus on your talents and you're true to cultivating that, you'll see a return on your dream, on your investment in you a lot quicker. I'm telling you this for a reason. So pivoting, what I knew was fitness. And again, creating an experience, pouring into people, actively listening, building relationships. People gained weight during COVID, depression weight, or just being at home, the anxiety, whether going out or keeping all your kids at home. I don't know about you. I am not a stay-at-home parent. I am not a homeschool mama. Go to school. I love you. Goodbye. This is equal opportunity shared. And so with that, I went back into fitness. Again, one thing well, fitness allowed me to connect with people. It allowed me to build that relationship. It allowed me to build a tribe, a community of motherhood. People were struggling as parents. When the world opened back up, because I was steady cultivating that brand of experience, eventually Whole Foods called, eventually Central Market called, when the world started to open back up little by little, and we had closed samplings, passive samplings. It's a long drawn out story, and I'm gonna bring this full circle, and I'm almost done, y'all. So it's the, hey, do you want to try this? Here, take the full bar, right? Because people still have to eat. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Bars, food. People don't change their buying power unless they are given a coupon, a free sample of something, or if their subconscious has seen it somewhere else in advertisement. At that point, then they are willing to taste it. At the point that they're willing to taste it and they have a good experience, then they're willing to come back and buy again with a coupon, or they're willing to tell a friend about it. Branding and marketing, staying true to that particular space. The world opened back up. Central Market set me down and said, hey, Raffinae, I love what you've been doing. They were watching always. And I was in the store again, shifting from that mindset and being mindful of my time, from brand ambassador, while I was focusing on being a runner, and it started to open back up. Different brands needed brand ambassadors to represent their products in store. Like what? Protein bars, like beverage companies. What did I do? I became their brand ambassador in store. They sponsored me running, and I got to, not only they paid for my races, but I got opportunities to fly around the world and be their actual product specialist, talk about their brand. I'm in the same thing of doing it well. I got to stand there, cultivate the relationship in store. While I was in store, more brand owners were there. Meet the maker. As a brand owner, you're coming to that store to invest that time to meet your public, right? Just like a book signing. I would meet new brand owners there because I was a great steward with the relationship and not being passive on my phone, just fully engaged. I would go run a race, wear a medal around my neck. A brand owner would come across and say, what do you do again? Are you hiring? Like, can I hire you to be my brand ambassador? I said yes to a couple of brands. Central Market came to me and said, hey, you should start a business. I said, no, thank you. Thanks. Two more times Central Market came to me and said, hey, you should start a business. I said, okay, I got you. Okay, Lord, I hear you loud and clear. So I shifted from a brand ambassador to an independent contractor. And from there, I was able to start growing my business. Brands, Central Market has 10 stores in the Texas space. 6 of them are in the Dallas-Fort Worth space. Brands started asking me to go out of state. I would pack up my friends and family or the people on this call and be like, hey, y'all, we've rented a van. Let's go down to Houston and Austin and San Antonio. We know no one, but let's go down there and demo, and then we're going to hire while we're there. How do you grow your workforce? Right? Be creative. I don't know anybody. Make a connection. Now I partner with colleges and universities in the towns where we open up different space because I'm wanting to pour into the spaces where we're growing. I want to be a resource. I don't live in Charlotte. However, if I go to Charlotte to open up a Whole Foods market or a Sprouts, I can connect to a college and university and say, hey, do you have any students that are looking for practicums or are looking for experience? I can hire within. Now I'm pouring back into that community. We pay more than livable wage pay here. We pay handsomely. But we were able to do that because I understood that there was a gap. Fast forward all of that. We went from one person to my most tenured person has been with me for 8 years. my longest tenure. And I'm not just one of them. I have 4 people that have been with me for 8 years. One of them have been with me for 5 years, and the next people have been with me for 3 and 2. And we're currently hiring. So when I say this life is not your own, it's a gift. And we're not put here to simply exist, but to live a life of purpose. What legacy will you live? And your dream cannot only be about you. Again, I stopped asking for a seat at the table. I was blessed to be able to cultivate and create my own seat. And now I can offer up a platform where people can be seen and heard. But I stayed true to inspire, encourage, motivate, and empowerment. That's the pillars of my brands, all of them. And we were able to do that well. We also understood that people flying in, business owners to these grocery stores that did not live in Texas, they needed another level of communication. They needed to see there was a gap in the supply chain management with products actively being on the shelf, booking demos in store, as well as having conversations, understanding how to read numbers. Again, I'm just chips and salsa, but we're merchandising. We know how to build relationships to the point where we can read corporate numbers. We can show you how to create a warehouse lift if the end goal is for you to get your PO. We're now experts in our industry 10 years later. Now we are, you cannot come to Texas, and which I'm so insanely blessed to say, you cannot come to Texas and do business with Central Market and not get a referral to Inspire Brand Management. But we've worked 10 years to get here, and we're just getting started because there's more market share, more buyers to continue to cultivate that relationship with. I say all that to say, build a relationship authentically with who you want to be partners with. Process that slow. Build the relationship in an authentic manner with who you want to build relationships. Who do you want to be in partnership with? Start cultivating that now. You are your walking brand. How are you greeting people? When we are at our demo tables, it's not, hey, try this chips and salsa. Sometimes it's just, hey, how are you? I didn't sell you anything. We don't sell things. We create experiences around them. Now that I've got your attention, hey, have you tried David Bar? 28 grams of protein, 150 calories, no sugar added. Because I'm hungry. You hungry? Hey, it's a snack. It's great for your kids. We're having conversation, right? I don't feel like I'm selling you something. No, I'm making a personal connection with you. Same thing with any entrepreneur that's on the phone when we're talking about branding and marketing. Inspire Brand Management has a tone and a texture. So write this down. Every brand that you work with, your own, how do I want to say this? You as an entrepreneur, what tone and texture does your brand have? I work best at reverse engineering. What that means is the business owners on the call, think about this. How do you want your business to feel when you get your ideal customer? For me, again, my tone as Inspire is urgent and exciting. My emails are urgent and exciting. Urgent is like, hi, how are you? You can feel that. It's a tone, it's a texture, it's smiles. I don't want to talk about business first. I want to talk about your family. How's your family? Why? Because I care. This is a heart job. Sometimes it's not about who you know, but who knows you. What do you want your business to feel like? When you see Raffinae or Inspire, you're like, oh my goodness, hi. There should be some voice inflection. There should be some tone when we're talking about branding and marketing. Who are you marketing yourself to be? We are marketing ourselves to be reliable, professional. We are knowledgeable. We are brand experts. That's why we're not brand ambassadors. We're product specialists. Whatever product you put in front of us, we're going to be experts to that product. That means we have systems in place. We have operations in place. We have items in strategic placement and plannings for everyone to win at their target market. That also means I've taken the time to study my industry. I know who my competitors are, and I know how to create demand in my industry by being aware of trends. Hopefully this is landing. Also, if you can solve a need in whatever industry you're wanting to be in, you will create demand for yourself. You don't have to wait for a wave of demand. You can create it by yourself. How do you do that? Be excellent at studying your craft. For me, I know that there's a gap in the supply chain management industry, in my industry, in my retailer. So one of the things I ask my brand is, hey, who's your distributor? Me, who's your distributor and your buyer? The reason why I ask them that, remember, my brand tone is exciting, urgent, but also knowledgeable and professional. Me asking them that lets me know which part of the store they're located in. It also allows me to ask their distribution point so I know which stores order on what days. And then I can move urgently if we're taking a brand to market that, hey, orders need to be placed at Monday at 9 o'clock or we're not going to get a shipment for a week. That gives me a competitive advantage over my competitor because they haven't taken the time to build the relationship. They have not studied their distribution points, their supply chain management, and they're going in and out of the stores as if they're just working and not looking to build something long term. I hope all this is landing. Last but not least, I'm also another brand owner. I am the co-founder of Woombly. Woombly is the first woman-owned, Black-owned, non-toxic menstrual pad company founded in the state of Texas. Again, if you feel a need or solve a problem, I do one thing well. This is an experience. Now, men, I'm sorry, but you were birthed by a woman, so we're here now. Our one moderate pad is equivalent to 16 regular tampons. Process that slow. Our one moderate pad is equivalent to 16 regular tampons. We're super thin. Our pads have been shown to reduce the inflammation in your uterus. That means it minimizes your cycle days. We are also sold at Central Market. Again, be a great steward to your relationship. We were just featured for Black History Month and for Women's History Month. Hello, your gifts will make room. Understand who your gatekeepers are in your industry. Love on your gatekeepers. Be kind to everyone because you never know who someone's going to be tomorrow. But also, integrity is doing what's right when no one is watching. I want that to land. Again, impossible is just impossible when you break it down. Um, our menstrual pads are not just menstrual pads. So let's say, oh, I don't have a cycle, but I pee a little. Incontinence, we're your girls. Hey, I'm pregnant and have a little spritzer. I sneeze and I have an achoo moment. We're your girl. Our panty liners are covered from young ladies all the way to menopause, postmenopause. I'm just saying it's real, y'all. So we've thought about the whole life cycle of pad etiquette as a young lady, or just everybody needs their pH no matter what you have going on. Menopause, in cycle, out of cycle. Everybody, if your pH off, men or women, your attitude is bad, right? Because that means your imbalance is off somewhere. Again, you're a walking brand. How do you show up? That is the most of it. I think I'm going to yield with my time right now. Again, I said all that to say, being a walking brand, the 4 P's of marketing: product, placement, price, and promotion. I study these things. What is your price? What is your product? Promotion. If you're in a CPG space, have you taken the time to look at your competitors? Are you accurately pricing your gift, your service, or your talent? Where did you find the research? Have you done it? Have you walked the stores in which you want to be in? Have you walked the markets? Have you walked the said industries that you want to be in? If you cannot see it, you will never get there. If you cannot believe it, you will never get there. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. This is a 24-hour job as an entrepreneur. Last but not least, I like to call it time bending. Time bending for me is when I wake up on Central Standard Time, I'm literally calculating my clients in Hawaii, my clients in Amsterdam, who's in Scotland, who's in New Zealand. Okay, who is in the Pacific Northwest? Okay, cool. Why? Because this life is not our own, it's a gift, and we're not put here to simply exist, but to live a life of purpose. Entrepreneurs, I challenge you to search from within. Whenever you feel like you want to quit, great, don't do it. Do I want to quit every day? Absolutely. I hate it here, but I wouldn't want to do anything else. I get to come before you. I've always asked, I want to partner with Dallas College, UNT. I want to create the space too. I remember when I had no items on the shelf, when I had one item on the shelf, and to be a young lady that had a baby at 14, that was pregnant at 14, had a baby at 15, married at 17, four siblings, two amazing sons at this point, graduated in 2.5 years from the University of North Texas while going to work full time with no additional investment dollars. Inspire Brand Management funded this company 90,000 liquid cash. Where's my dollars? Listen, I would never go into retail again. It's terrible, but I love it so much because I get to create good energy by driving brand awareness. It gets to do something from it also makes fathers feel really good, or husbands or brothers, when the branding on this, again, branding, what does it look like? Hello, inspiration. It's exactly who I am, right? And so I say all that to say, when you walk to and fro throughout your day to day, small potatoes matter big. You are doing a great thing in this season. Your gift is not late, it's not delayed, it is on time. You are a walking brand. What is your brand tone and texture? And also, what type of experience do you want your customer to feel? I am Raffinae Sanders. Thank you so much for your time. The floor is open for questions, comments, and concerns. I hope that was okay. Whew.
Thank you. That was amazing. Does anybody have questions?
I wanted to leave space because, trust me, there is so much more about me, but I wanted to leave space.
And I feel that you have a lot to offer.
it's
Hmm.
it's a whole bunch going on out here. But I love people. I love the people. This is the place that I literally asked to be a resource. Yeah, I don't want to do it all. I don't want to operate in my non-talent. So if there is something that a person needs or a business owner needs, or as I'm mentoring or just building brands, period, it's, oh, that's not my talent. Hold on one second. Doop, doop, doop. Hey, I got a person. I'm a connector. I'm a connector at heart. Questions, comments. I know we asked about branding and marketing. Hopefully I talked about branding and marketing in there. Always, hey, I'm always gonna have on my brand. I don't care if you get that thing on your forehead. Walk around with your brand and proud. Because it's yours. I know you laughed out loud, but that was good. I'm just, y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm having inspired every day somewhere. Okay. And I am unapologetically me, which I love so much. I'm so grateful that I get to be that in this season. Yes, questions. No questions?
I do have a question, and I I forgot that fast, but I unmuted myself when I gave that little chuckle. Well, you have been an absolute pleasure. First of all, I can relate to a few parts of your story. I was a young mother, um, so that is very inspiring. Because you're right, young mothers are not expected to accomplish much, and so it's very inspiring to see a fellow young mother that has, you know, risen against all of those odds. But one question I have, so we the last speaker we had, I asked this question, and I'm realizing I think I'll ask this question, I think, to everyone, just because I'd love to get all of the different perspectives. But I just recently finished a practicum, and also being in the entrepreneurship club, so many opportunities have been dropped right in our laps, and I've just learned so much information recently. And I am wondering, how do I plug in all this information? I have all these notes from all these different sources, and I'm just like, how do I plug them in? The information has become overwhelming, exciting, but overwhelming. So I'm like, how do I organize this and really implement it into my business? And also, for reference for myself, I'm an esthetician, who is working as a sole operator currently, and I'm also working in another spa part time. I have all of these elements in life right now, all these places that I could use this information. So I would love your insight.
So I'm going to ask a very honed in question. What are you looking to do?
So, so many things. I feel like the services that I offer so far, mainly facials and waxing. I've been doing it so long, it's like breathing at this point. But I want to introduce advanced services. So there are services I have to get certified for before I can actually bring them to my business. So I'm working on that, and I also want to introduce products. I don't have retail yet, and it's been brought to my attention that I'm missing out on a good 60% of profits by not having retail. So that I definitely want to bring that on board. And then as I bring in these all of these new elements to my business, I'm looking to rebrand, or at least kind of relaunch, because I haven't been very active in the way of marketing,
Mhm,
because I'm trying to hone my craft. And so I
mhm.
feel I'm a little better at my craft here. Every few months, I feel like I get a little better. Practice makes as near perfect as we can get, but I'm not great at marketing, showing people what I can do. So I guess those things, that's what I want to implement.
Who told you you weren't great at marketing?
I think I told myself I wasn't
I
great
like
at marketing.
the first thing is mindset. How do you use all of this information? Mindset. You don't need it once. So for everyone on the call who feels like they're not good at advertising their business, they're not good at marketing, you can tell somebody else about something that you like. When we love something, oh my goodness, have you seen? Girl, did you taste? It is so good. Who told us we were not good at marketing? That's the first thing. And then what I heard you say is a multitude of things. Um, I've done this in my sleep. It's kind of like I'm moving in it like clockwork, but I want to offer advanced services, but I need to get some certifications, but I also want to do some rebranding, but I really like what I do, but I work here and I work here. Great. What do you want it to feel like?
I,
So,
I no, I'm
no,
listening. Keep going.
no. Okay, go ahead.
You said, what do I want it to feel like? I want to bring relaxation and rejuvenation to everyone. That's really the main passion and purpose that I have in what I do. I just want everyone to feel good when they speak to me, when they lie on my treatment table, when they get up. I had a client once that told me, "Oh, now I feel ready for the work week." That's what I want. I had a client tell me once, "My whole mindset is changed just from my touch." So I want to expand that, make it more and more.
What's the name of your
Ebony is aesthetic.
business? Is that alignment? Is that in alignment with who you are?
I believe so. So I came up with that name when I was still in beauty school almost 3 years ago now. No, actually 3 years ago now. And I felt like it was a little bold to put my actual name in the title. But now I feel like even though that was bold, I want to stand in that. It was bold then, I want to stay bold. So I kind of don't want to take my name out. Aesthetic was just it aligns with what I do. I'm an esthetician. I guess I want to show what my aesthetic is. And when in my treatment room, the aesthetic is calm, cool, collected. Once you get up, you're rejuvenated, reset.
Okay. I'm gonna go really, really fast, just only because I'm gonna be mindful of time and if anybody else has one too. So, you said the information is good, but it's overwhelming. What's stop? So this is a rhetorical, but not type of question. What's stopping you from getting your certifications? Besides,
You broke out a little. Besides what?
what's stopping you from getting your certifications besides dollars?
It had been dollars up until this point, but I've come to the point where I kind of have a plan for that. So, certain certifications, I aim to have them by the end of May, if not by the end of April. So,
Okay.
I have kind of a plan set out for that now. But then I'm going to have to bring that to everyone else's attention. This is what I offer now.
Mhm. So the information that is not going to be on your most immediate need, that's not going to align as a talent, then depending on what you're trying to do, which rebranding is something that you said. Do you have a tagline for your business?
Um, I don't.
You do. You said you did. You just don't know that you said you did. I heard something that probably could go great because you said you wanted them to feel a certain way. But so think about your tagline. So I'll be super quick here. Inspire, encourage, motivate. Our tagline. Ooh, our forecourt is inspire, encourage, motivate, and empowerment. That's who we are, 100%. But we inspire our consumers to try something new. We encourage them to taste with an open mind and motivate them into a healthier lifestyle. It's wordy, but it works. My branding company, Raff Brands, creating the gold medal experience. Hello, tag on words. All these medals, you can't see them, they over there, right? Inspire, impact now. bridging the gap with from community to food insecurity and advocating from within. Listen, it's everything that we do. So you got to list it out. As my son would say, you got to plot it out. And at the point where you've taken in enough resources and enough information, block off what you don't need anymore. You can file that away, but you have to start executing in your plan, because who told you that you were not good at marketing? Okay. While you're writing, who else? Because I'm not done, but who else? Anybody? I'll spend my time here. I will. I have no problem. But who else has a question before I go back? What's this is it helpful? Is it okay? Is it making it make sense? And also think, yes, somebody just came off mute. Is it Courtney? Corey? I can't.
Yes, I
I
think you, I think you were totally amazing.
oh,
I'm glad I was able to step away from work and log in. But you really just like, I want to say you really gave me my confirmation on what I was looking for, because I've actually been battling with I actually did have a business. Um my business has been up was up for 5 years before I stopped. Um, and I was doing actually pretty well, but then I stopped because of, life be lifing. And I was kind of like trying to figure out. I know that I was talking to um my friend Olivia on here, and I was talking to Ebony while we were away in Corpus Christi, and I was just like, I didn't really know if I wanted to start my business back. I was like, I think, I'm still on it for a little while. I don't really think that I want to do it right now. It's like, I don't know if I'm still passionate about it like I was. It was overwhelming. It was just a lot. And so now, like, listening to you and hearing everything that you said, I was just like, okay, you know what, Courtney, let's go ahead and get started back.
I
Let's
gotta,
let's go ahead and
I
get it
got.
going.
So sorry. What is your business?
I was in the beauty industry, sprinkle of glam, where my motto was all you need is a sprinkle of glam, bold beauty and confidence.
What we doing? Why you stop?
It was like, it was from when it was just me. I was, working full time, going to school and trying to get orders out. I built a team that didn't kind of work too well with that situation. So then it was back to me by myself. And it was like, I was selling lashes, all kind of beauty products, everything but foundation, because, foundation, I just felt like that's a whole different ball game with that. But it was just like I just couldn't take it no more. I was like, this is just too much.
Was
I
the
just felt
success?
like it was a lot. It was just way too much on me.
Did you ask to be? Did you?
I wanted to be successful.
Okay, well then when our plate is full and it's time to eat, we can't get mad at it.
Well, yeah, you got
Okay.
a point there.
We ask for whoever our higher power, understanding that religion is greater than ourselves. We say, "Oh, blessed. Oh, I want to have abundance," and then we get tired because we eating. The plate's full. We said we wanted to eat. I'm not telling you that every day I don't want to quit. Because listen, take it. Tons of times, and a lot of times it's me by myself in different things, because everybody is not going to have your work ethic. But what I'm saying, because now we have no more time, so sorry, ma'am. But it's okay to feel like, take a moment for yourself. Burnout is real, being overwhelmed is real. But if you know in your heart of hearts, when you say, hey, I'm not sure if I'm passionate about it, remember your why. Remember why you got started, and why your gift is like none other. That sprinkle, you don't know who needs your sprinkle. There is somebody in the universe that needs your sprinkle. There is somebody that's waiting to hear your idea, that's waiting for that lash. I may have needed a makeup artist, lashes, and I may know somebody that needs to connect her. I also shoot. What I mean by that, I also model. Because why would you not? When I tell you your gifts will actively make room. I just shot for a magazine, for a hair magazine. I do everything, because why would you not?
Oh, wow.
Gifts will make room. You never know who's in the room. When you feel tired, be tired. It's okay, but keep going. Last name Cruz. I see a hand. Was that a hand?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I think I know you were talking about branding, and as I'm been in the beauty industry for a couple of years, but things happen in life as a single mom and everything. Like you say, you're a single mom. Your energy and your focus is beyond a level like 120 or 100 or 2000s or whatever. But how my question is branding. How will you know what kind of branding you are when you're kind of confused and stuck? When you what you used to love, you still love, but you don't know how to get it out anymore because you just feel stuck and not going anywhere. You're trying, but you feel like you're not trying. It's just too confusing. The point that I don't know what else to do. I'm into the permanent makeup artist. I do anything about lip blushing, tattooing, and aurora tattooing, and scar camouflage, teeth whitening, a little bit of only micropigmentation business. But when you say branding, how will I know how to get out in that kind of branding? Because I'm talking only about tattooing,
Mhm.
but but I'm too stuck in that area.
So what I heard you say is you were in permanent cosmetics, tattooing, maybe brows, lips, stretch mark, like scarring.
Yeah,
So
I do that. I do that. I'm still on that. I just feel sometimes when when people talking about branding is you have to find what you got, getting an attraction to clients, so they know a specific thing about you, so they know, oh, that's Johanna, or that's the brand that you put in. But when you say branding is because I'm a permanent makeup, I don't know if this sounds, it's just too confusing for me even to how to ask it. But how do you advise me as a permanent makeup artist how to get out of my branding, how to
uh,
get it, how to say it, how to people to know?
so in permanent makeup, two things. If you know who your customers are, people that are looking for permanent things, I would ask where are you like where are when I say marketing, where are you telling people about your business? Are you
Mhm.
going to things in that niche market that fix you? So the cosmetic spaces, they have mixers. Now I am not in cosmetics, let me just say that. But there are places that has specific either tattooing network happy hours or days where you can go and tell people, even some of your classmates, like, hey, have I would start asking with your own personal entrepreneurial network. Hey, has anybody ever thought about getting some permanent makeup? Hey, do you want to come be my model? Do you ever accept models as being some of your permanent makeup, whatever that needs to look like? And that way, then they can now go be word of mouth and say, oh, okay, well, where'd you get your brow done? Oh my goodness. Like, oh, I've been looking for a brow person. Sometimes it's giving a little bit and allowing someone to go promote your work for you.
Okay,
Did that make
makes
sense?
sense. Yeah, it's word to words. Pretty much referral, talk to mouth to mouth, like you said. Um, yeah. Thank you.
I know we're over time. I feel like I didn't fully answer that. But yeah, same thing. When I got into this, it was 100 and still is 100% word of. Yes, social media. I would do invest some time in maybe postings, LinkedIn, or again, get with. I would start with something small like your network. Ask your class, not your classmates, but on campus where you are or where you work. Has anybody ever thought about small enhancements? Small potatoes matter big. Like, hey, have you thought about doing your brows or lips or whatever, so on and so forth. So I think people within the small network can start being your word of mouth while you're honing in on what that additional branding looks like. Is there anybody else? I know I'm over time. I'm so sorry, y'all. Um,
You're fine.
okay. Yes, go for it. Your rant's been good.
Yeah, it's just me. Well, um, honestly, I could listen to you speak all day long. You have incredible insight, amazing. Well, I'm not gonna go on too long, but honestly, just wonderful. I was wondering though, were there any pitfalls that you found in the beginning of your business that you might want to let people know about?
Oh, absolutely. It's still pitfalls. Don't scale too fast. What I mean is don't scale too fast. How do I want to say this? Um, Hiring, I would take time. Ooh, savor the moments where you don't have high overhead and you're not responsible for other people. That's a whole thing. And I mean that to my core. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, we want to be responsible for people early on, or I want to hire a lot of people. I wouldn't hire before you need them because you'll burn through dollars, not understanding your value of time. What I mean by that is when people will say work on your business, but work on your business, not in your business. If you do not work in your business, you will not know how to appropriately account for time when you start hiring people. And so, what I mean by that is a job to build some back end customized form may take me 20 minutes to do something. It may take someone 35 minutes. What may take me 10 minutes may take someone 30. What it will not take is an hour. You're still in time. But what I'm saying is you'll know how to work through your efficiency moments. And also, if you get very clear, and this is not a quick thing, on what your niche down your market, meaning understand what you want. Once you start doing that in your market, other doors will start to open. So I would be very mindful of growing too fast, like know where you want to grow and why. I can be national. I don't want to be all over. There's too many things and people to matter. We too many people to manage. I don't want it. I only want to operate where I have great partnerships, or I don't want to do it. Right. And so controlling your overhead early, work in your business so you know how to manage your business when it's time to work on it, are two big things. And set up as many systems and work your systems. Like, don't let anybody rush your process, because when someone else starts to rush your process, things will start falling apart. Like you will feel, if it makes you feel anxious, slow it down. And you have the autonomy to slow things down in your business. Like, hey, let me take a moment to think about this. I love the opportunity. Let me get right back with you. And if somebody says no, they're not your customer, go with that musty energy. No, you get to say no. You don't have to take every customer. That's okay. Okay, hopefully that was helpful.
Thank you.
What
You
else?
are so amazing. Girl, I clocked that T. Okay, I clocked it.
Listen,
Look, I was just like, well, was she talking to me? But thank you so much.
thank thank you for being here. Thank you. I know again over on the time, but when you find out that you're not everybody's cup of tea, but you still gonna get sips, listen. The moral
Mm,
story is everybody is not gonna be for you. Okay, come on, because
okay, look, clock that T.
that's so true. And you have to be okay. Everybody is not your customer. You have to be okay. It's basically you understanding what type of business owner you want to be when you're able to draw the line in the sand and have healthy boundaries. I wish I learned more boundary movement in the beginning, because at some point it's like, oh, I can charge more. Oh, I can do more work. Or oh, I can charge big money, but I get like spot clients. Or I can be, what am I worth? We got to be okay. Like, and that's a whole nother thing for another day when we talk about dollars and cents, y'all. But listen, you are valuable. You are worthy. You are worth it. You deserve to have a seat at the table. You deserve to create your own table. That is a mindset. You deserve it. I cannot say it enough. You are worthy. You are worth it. You matter. You are seen. You are beautiful on the inside or out, and handsome, whatever the case. But the moral of the story is like, seriously, like I I am at a stage where if it doesn't feel good, hey, you know what? I appreciate your business. Maybe I am not the best fit for you. I have a long laundry list of recommendations. I bid you goodwill, and you have a good old day. Now, in the meantime, on the back end, baby, pull that stuff off the shelf. Yeah, they were brewed. Take it off. Put it in the put it on the riser. They made me mad because what we gonna do is y'all gonna understand who I am. Listen, I ain't gotta tell you much. We just gonna put it up somewhere. What sells? Maybe let it go old and dusty on the shelf. You know, I'm a little petty. You ain't
Thank
got
you so.
But yes, thank you so much. Yes, hopefully y'all invite me back at some point. Thank you. You're amazing.
Definitely.
Yay! Have a great day.
Real quick, is there
Okay,
any way is there a way for us to get in contact with you?
absolutely. So, I don't know what y'all want me to give them. Let's see. Raffinae Sanders. Hello, Professor Peters. Good to see you. And so Raffinae. My last name is Sanders. I'm on LinkedIn. Listen, if y'all friend me on LinkedIn, let me not play with y'all. It's gonna take me forever to respond, but I want to do it though. Don't worry about it. I don't like emails, but that's my whole job. That's also um, my Instagram business is inspire underscore brand underscore management. We're always hiring. And I'm hiring in different states. Tell y'all friends, okay? And I pay well. Did I mention I pay well? Okay. The website is okay, come on. Apply. Y'all send me a message because I'm people. Okay. And you can also network while you at work to build your own business because I'm gonna help
Look
out.
at you. Look at you. Clock that T.
Uh www.inspirebrandmanagement.com. Also, um, I'll leave it to y'all professors to pass out my actual email address, but info at inspirebrandmanagement.com will also get to me. But yeah, y'all drop me a DM or something. My personal, I don't know if y'all need my personal inbox, Lord. Look, y'all, I'm not hard. Oh, yes, what else? Professor Peterson came out, he didn't came on camera, so he
Yeah, he
got
don't
some
cut the camera on.
right. Seen him this whole time. Come on, Professor.
Listen, I'm just encouraging them to, as they know, I tell them all the time, soak up every moment, take advantage of every opportunity we present before you. And I know some people will be hitting you up about work because I know we have some real needs here and we have some dynamic individuals. I am going to actually tip it back over to our entrepreneur club president, Morgan. I know she's a little under the weather with her voice today because normally she probably has a list of questions, but her and I have been going back and forth. I wanna ask you for some words of motivation as we wrap up. The we have a group, a subgroup of this group that competed in the entrepreneurship pitch competition in Corpus last week and took gold, and they're getting ready to go to nationals in June. So just know somebody's going to be reaching out because we don't need you to come back and inspire us again because they have no idea how hard they're about to work after Fountains End to get ready for Atlanta. And so we're going to be calling all the resources to help them be ready to be dynamic. I love your quote. I've already used it. As you said it, I sent it to my daughter who's a junior in high school. And I just love that. So the dream is free, the hustle is sold
So
separately.
separately.
I'm going to take that one and run with that one. So I'll kick it back over to you, Martin. And I don't know if Professor Howard has anything, but I'll kick it back over to Martin.
Well, thank you, Professor Peters.
I
Professor Hall.
at some point I want to know about this pitch competition in business and all the things because that's a whole. I know not right now, but y'all got to keep me plugged in. I'm going on the road. Okay, it's my travel season. I'm gonna be. I am Carmen San Diego, and where is Waldo? Where is she? I don't know. Okay, out here. The hustle is sold separately, but um, I'm feeding the babies. I'm loving on the people. I'm building brands. We just signed on to be a business coach at a for a pitch competition group for entrepreneurs in North Carolina, and there it's called Ride.
Ooh.
So excited, and they're asking me to facilitate in the fall. That's a whole nother thing. Oh, I love it. So I'm literally getting to live and walk in what I saw so many years ago. I'm first generation entrepreneur. My grandparents are so proud as they shine down in their transitional state. But listen,
Mhm.
y'all gotta keep me plugged in. I live for it. I really do. Thank you so much. Um, Miss Hall, Annie, thank you so much because we had a good time with the children. But thank you so much for because when I tell y'all I emailed her real late in the midnight hour, I was like, oh, hey, pick me. I see it. We locked in. I'm coming. Where's
City like these.
you? Oh, you're far away. Almost. You're muffled. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Congratulations. It's still muffled.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Well, I give up. I give up. I give up.
No, it was
Is
getting
she?
better. We're almost there. We were almost there. Don't give up.
Well, is
Oh,
that any better?
okay. We can work with it. We just gonna listen.
I was just going to thank you again. And then also, I was going to tell them I wish they could see the email that you sent to me last night. Because when she talks about being able to see her brand, it was all over her email. I mean, it had color and hearts and exclamation points. And when she talks about that everything she does represents the feel and the texture of her brand, I definitely could see that in her email. So she's not lying to you when she says she does that. There you go. There it is.
Oh,
Every time I email anybody, it's always gonna be big. It's always gonna be caps because emails are boring and I hate them. Listen, I wish I never had to email. I love y'all, but I wish I never had to email. Listen, but why would you not read whatever I'm saying when it looks like this? You're like, okay, hello, right?
it's eye catching.
Yeah.
It's thing. Was I supposed to give Professor Peters? Was I supposed to give words of encouragement? My bad. I
No, you follow your own vibe.
oh okay. I was thinking. Okay.
No, I just wanted to let you know what was ahead. So when you hear them reaching out to you saying we need help, because I know you got your team in North Carolina and that's great, but there's none better than the team right here that you're talking to. So I just
Woo!
want to pick it up.
I am always hiring. When I tell you always, I literally I onboarded an Amsterdam client that has two amazing waters. They are parent company, but two different brands. We have literally in front of me right now. I'm emailing two of our new Scotland clients with amazing ice cream. I do want to be very clear. When I hire you, we are standing at the store. Okay, we're gonna be at the store slinging ice cream, passing out cookies and snacks, but I pay well. Did I mention I pay well? But also you're gonna have a good old time. You're gonna have a time with great personality, but what you're going to learn is that it's beyond snacks and crackers. You're going to learn how to build that relationship. You're going to learn how to speak in a tone and texture about your brand, how to excite customers, and you're going to be able to take those things away and you're going to get to go apply it to your actual brand. So there's so many intangibles, soft skills, voice inflections, building the relationship out as you're standing there talking about this Kindi juice. Kindi in Thailand means eat well. It is a mom and pop, a husband and wife company, or maybe our Ziba snacks that is an Afghanistan brand that's in Whole Foods but coming to Central Market, or maybe even Nana Joe's that is a granola. Either way, people are gonna go, oh my gosh, what else do you do? Brain plug. That's when you talk about yourself. Listen, I'll show you how to do a couple of things, and then we can get these dollars in house. Listen, I'm hiring. Y'all reach out to me. Thank y'all so much. Um, thank you for all that you do. Y'all bring me back. Or just share my information with all the people. Hopefully, y'all have it. Send me a pigeon, a smoke signal. Yeah, we locked in. Boom.
You will definitely be hearing from us. We appreciate you being here. I know that a little bit of an event on the 30th. I don't know who's in charge of that, but does somebody have anything that they want to talk about for the event?
Mm-hmm. I heard most of that, but call me. You got my number now, and we'll figure it
Okay, will do.
out. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, you did it. Oh, I love it. Bye.
Okay, yeah.
So I think we need to talk about the event on the 30th.
What's on the 30th? Hold on. Morgan sent me notes. Okay. So, as Professor Peter said previous, our entrepreneur team went to Skills USA in Corpus. We went and got gold. Yay. So, congratulations, ladies. We have great things coming. Everybody placed that was a part of that team. So, that is super exciting. Um, we might all be going to nationals. So let's get ready for that. And the pop up, uh, the pop up in Prosper Market is happening April 30th at Eastfield Campus Hub. It is 11 to 4 with vendors setting up at 10:30. Um, and does anybody have anything else to add?
How are we recruiting vendors? Who's recruiting?
Woo. Morgan, I know that your voice is not up to par, but I don't know anything about this event to answer that question.
That's fair. I haven't really done much. So, I've reached out to the Venture Center and I have asked Josh and Myra to share the flyer that I made for the Pop Up and Prosper event to their network of 800 alumni. So that's where a portion of our vendors are going to come from. I've also reached out to other students that I know who have businesses like Victoria. She has a bit. She has a table. Um, Ebony, I'm pretty sure you have a table too. You said that you're going to do it. I'm going to have a table. Johanna has said that she wants to do a table. I need to reach back out to her and see if her friend also wants to do that. So that's what, five, six right there. I have a confirmation from a local vendor who is an up and coming starting business that is a coffee business that can pop up as well. Um, honestly, amazing coffee, amazing coffee. I go to all sorts of like local shops and everything. Sorry. But her coffee has been probably the best that I have liked so far in a long time. So I'm really happy that she's confirmed. I did want to bring in someone who had barbecue that I had met, that me and Ebony had met at the 10K SB business, but I haven't heard back from him. So I'm gonna see if I could reach out again. Um, other than
So
that,
you're paying.
huh?
So okay, like are these vendors paying to be at the? Okay, so
Yeah.
what's the information to how much? Like how much are the slots or whatever?
Students, people who are students, who have a student ID for Dallas, a table is $15, and people who are not students or who are alumni, it's $30. The proceeds will go to supporting the club in our endeavors to do workshops, networking events, and I had one more other thing, but I have forgot. But like our club activities and stuff, it'll help set us up for the ability to do things like the gala that we had wanted to do, but kind of had to postpone because of money.
So one thing, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
What- yeah.
Hello? Okay. So one thing I wanted to kind of bring up, like we need a strategy for reaching more students because we know there are a lot of students that have side hustles. We need a
Mhm.
strategy, and it can't be just Morgan, right? Like it has to be all of us. So what can we all do? Every single one of us and other members of the club. We need an idea, a strategy. How can we reach these students on the campuses and let them know that they can have a table? So like I saw the flyer. I'm a little bit concerned about the money. I gotta reach out to Luis and see about the money thing. How's that gonna work? But um, let's just assume we get that worked out. If worst case, we just have them pay us in cash at the time of the event. But we need to be reaching out to students because that's really students will buy from students. We just got to let the students know. So what's the plan? What's the plan? How are you going to help us reach these students?
I'm gonna pass that question to everyone else.
Yeah, I intended it for everyone else.
Yes, we definitely need to know. And 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 I think, actively, what are you doing? Pick a campus, and what are you going to do on that campus to get the word out to the students? Because I need to see everybody participating in rowing this boat together so that we can go fast.
So I don't know. I've been to the events at like say Eastfield, where they have the vendors themselves for the different clubs and things at the school. I don't know when the next one is, but if they have one soon, I usually get emails about them. If they have one soon, if we could set up there, I've been a student who attended, and always had the goal to stop at each table and get information. And I feel like that'd be a good opportunity. However, since the 30th is so soon, I don't know when another one of those events will be. But if not the event, could we set up at different campuses? Maybe try to go like I don't know, set up certain times within the next week or two, and maybe just set up a table and stop students as they walk by and share the information. With that, before I get an answer, I do also have someone I reached out to who makes her own products, and she was asking for information on the event. So if I could get a copy of the flyer or all of the like relevant details, I jotted some down now, but just something to make her feel like it's worth it.
So what if we, I feel like the table idea is a good one if we went like in the lunch area or something, but I feel like we need like a poster or something like that to hang on the table. Like we can paste little paper signs all over the place, but I really don't think people read those. I think we need something bigger, like a big poster that says, I don't know, maybe somebody who's graphically inclined could give us an idea for what that poster could look like, and maybe each one of us could build one and kind of sit in the lunchtime area at each campus.
What we need is the graphic. I know what you're talking about, Annie. We need those graphics drawn up and put on like a foam board so we can use those.
Yeah,
Um,
but I don't know how. How do we get that to everybody? We
um,
got a little bit of a logistics area. Like I'll be happy to make a poster. Just somebody tell me what to put on it. Like give me an idea for it. Um, but I feel like everybody needs to kind of do that for their campus.
I will reach out to Victoria. Who I know Victoria's at Mountain View. Who else is at Mountain View? Is Courtney Mountain View your campus you come to when you come home?
Yes.
Okay. We can team up together. So what we need to do is we can work this campus and we need to work student affairs having sent out, but we can definitely work this campus. And I will have it before all of my classes, and I can also have my fellow professors promote it to their classes as well. And I can go in and speak in the class.
And I can send a blast out to all of Eastfield. I think I can figure out how to do that. I just need something to send. Um, and the flyer, my concern with the flyer is it doesn't really say, it kind of, to me, when I look at the flyer, it says come buy stuff, but it doesn't say have a table. When you click on the QR code, you see it, but it doesn't scream have a table. Um, so I'm wondering if we could.
I know that I've
You,
asked
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I asked Kimberly to make a vendor specific one. But
Oh, good.
Virginia wanted a flyer right away, so I whipped something up real fast.
Okay. It's a great flyer. I just didn't feel like it was going to really attract students for buying a table.
Right.
Okay. Well, can you maybe follow up with Kimberly and see
Yeah, I
if we
will.
could get that? And then I can blast that out to the whole EFC campus. I think I have access to that email. And then I guess Leslie and I can send it to all the business people.
Yes.
But I really still think we got to, I don't know how many professors will really share that information. So I really think we got to do something physical
Well, we really, for me, I got to try to go. They'll let me go in and speak in their classes. It's going to require some legwork of me, but that's the only way to kind of get in front of some students.
Professor Peters, I know that you had said something during um our
Mm.
what are they called? Success coaches, I think.
Oh,
Right?
yes, yes, yes.
Uh, I don't remember the wording that you said specifically. Um, do you think maybe you'd be willing to reach out to them? Because what you said was really professional, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
In reference to the event,
I'm sorry.
was it in reference to the event or was it in reference to something else?
In reference to the event.
Okay. So you mean messaging to say to the success coach? Is that what you mean?
I'm sorry, what?
You need messaging for you guys to have a conversation with your success coaches? Or are you asking me to reach out to success coach?
No, we had had a brief conversation about asking a part of the school to come and table for
Oh,
something.
yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yeah, that was different departments. So we were looking at where Dallas College has sponsored different events or sponsored this, and we were targeting those departments that we knew had sponsored something. Because we knew they had budget too, and we asked them to, if it was fitting, if they had a service or something, even those departments to come out and have a table and represent those departments. I know for a fact, you got some departments are going to be probably doing that, getting all the exposure they can. Also, other clubs. So we need to go to Student Life, and we can do that on each campus and send it out to other club leaders too to make them aware because they might want to have a table because they're always trying to get their membership up too. So if they want to have something they want to market and come out as a vendor, that's fine. I just to get the excitement and get people out. Um, but I
Should we
think
ask?
that's go ahead.
Should we ask any other types of people to come? Oh, excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice. Should we ask any other types of people to come to the event other than just the sellers?
Yeah, I think it should be open to all students because you're going to need buyers too, and then just anybody to get not only to come to the event to buy stuff, but also to get familiar with the entrepreneurship club and other clubs that may be at the event. Make it more of a festival type of club. So open it up, get your other clubs because I'm sure they're trying to reach people too. So get them come out, they can promote their club. I don't really care. It just creates more activity and more excitement, and people navigate where they see people.
So I have once we get the vendor.
Oh no. Oh
Oh, we
no.
lost Evan. Well, why Evan is coming back on? I just would say, I think we'll promote it here, we'll push it here. I think there needs to be a really aggressive push at Eastville because that's where we're going to be, and that's going to be the easiest people to get there because they're used to being there. They may be on campus already, and I don't mind happening that way, but we'll certainly push across all the campuses. But I think that's where our highest turnout will be.
Okay.
So
So
if you could,
if there's
yeah.
anybody that can come sit at Eastfield, unfortunately my classes are during lunch. Um, so I wouldn't be able to sit over there, but I can sit before lunch. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. If somebody else can sign up to come on the other days, I can make the poster or whatever and make it available. But I do agree, we need to have a heavy push at Eastfield. And I can put some flyers up around for sure. But I need, if anybody's available to sit at the during the lunch area, in the lunch area, that would be really helpful because that's not something I can do with my class schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, just I think post it up slots, and let's pick some slots. I'm sure I could come over one day. And vice versa. And some of you guys, we should be able to cover it because we got to promote. Remember the 4 P's of marketing. Promotion is a big P. We got to promote.
All right, I'm turning this back over to Olivia. I'm
All right. Yep.
lost my voice.
Protect that voice.
Oh yeah. So I think that's all for today. Professors, do we know who's all going to nationals?
Not yet.
I posted something in the team's chat last night that I need to tell them who's willing to go, but I need
Oh,
you guys to commit to the things that I posted. If you'll respond to that, then I can let Noelle know. Um, we are going to ask for everyone to go, but there was a little bit of a caveat for Olivia and Courtney. If y'all will look at what I posted in Teams and let me know if that's okay with you, then that will work.
Okay.
Um, so that's where we are. We are requesting for everybody to go,
Okay.
but we're on kind of
Um,
a tight window. So if y'all could take a look, it's in the Skills USA team.
not the spring.
Yeah, the spring one,
Okay.
our normal one. Yeah, the one
Okay.
we've been using. Yeah.
All right. Well, if anybody
Ooh,
has anything else, does
I
anybody
am.
have
I'm
anything?
back. I'm back. Okay. I'm sorry. So I was saying, once we get the vendor flyers, I already have people in mind that I could get them to, and then if we want to use the flyer that's already there, an updated flyer for everyone outside of the vendors, I also have other people in mind. I wanted to say, since Eastfield is my kind of my home campus, I claim it, but both professors are there. Would you both still be interested in me coming to set up shop at some point at Eastfield? You know, once we get whatever banner or sign or anything, I'm more than willing to set up shop at Eastfield.
yeah.
Um,
That,
No, Ebony,
that's
I'm
perfect.
in Mountain View.
Yeah.
oh,
So
okay.
Ebony, that would be perfect because my teaching schedule's during lunch. So I can't sit there during lunch. But if you can, I don't mind making the poster. If you can sit there and recruit people.
Okay, I would love to. Okay, we can work out some times. Let's see. I guess just whenever we get the banner, I usually have availability Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Those are usually the days where I can like carve out some time.
Okay.
Um, so that I could do that like as soon as next week. Once we have whatever we're going to use to set up, and then other than that, just yes, if we could get the flyers as soon as we get those, I have people in mind already to disperse them to.
Perfect. All right. So I'll reach out to you and we'll figure out schedule. So I can do Tuesday and Thursday before lunch. Like I could do like say 11 to 12. There'd probably still be quite a few people down there. Um, so I could do that on Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe you can cover Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
All
Friday
right.
Fridays
So
are
I
touch
guess I
the
guess
other.
what we need now, we just need the flyer from Kimberly, and then if somebody has a design idea for the poster.
Ariana's great with design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is she
she
still
is.
Not
on
to like
here?
volunteer
She's
you.
still on. Yeah. All right.
I
I
love
gotta
how
go to
you
my
just
next
volunteer
class.
me. That's
I
so
I
will.
think
amazing.
you're good.
I gotta get to my next class. Annie, amazing speaker today. She was phenomenal.
Amazing.
And somebody tell Ariana,
I'm
call her,
here
reach out.
after Ebony decide to volunteer me.
What happened?
We just need a sketch, just a simple sketch.
Okay, just in the either the teams or the admin group chat, if you guys could just tell me what you want on it, and then I can mock it up real quick.
Got it. Thank you, Ariana.
You're welcome.
Did you
All
enjoy
right.
this? All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
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 Bye.